ロボット&ザ・ベアロボット&ザ・ベアロボット&ザ・ベア
Robot and the
ロボッ
bear.
ト&ザ・ベア ロボット
And
&ザ・
the
ベ
bear.
ア
Robot and the bear.
Well, we're live.
Okay. We're live, and you're listening
ロボ
to.
ット&ザ・ベア
Wow.
Yes.
Love it.
Awesome.
Love it.
How's it going, Eric?
Good, man.
Good.
I feel a lot better. I actually was sick last week, so we didn't podcast last week.
Yep.
I think I got sick 3 times.
Jeez. You know, I always kind of figured that, like, you know.
I got 3 times. I got sick, got better, got sick, got better, and then got sick. And then the got better took longer on the third one.
You know what I think?
Yeah.
I'm under the impression that maybe you just weren't completely better by the time you thought you were better.
It's possible, man, because whatever, man. But I would when I get sick, usually I'm better in 24 hours or less. I'm good to go. And then
Did you drink the Kopari?
Pocari. Pocari Sweat.
Pocari.
Yes, Pocari Sweat. And it works.
Obviously, it works for your Japanese
Yeah.
metabolism, but
Yeah.
for some reason, it just doesn't work for me.
So wait, should we start at top 5s? Are we ready?
You know what? You should start.
I'll start. So number 5, Conor McGregor is back, the UFC fighter.
Oh.
He had a wonderful fight, man. It was just fun to watch. Yeah, I'm a fan of that dude. And he's been gone for a while because he made $100 million fighting Floyd Mayweather. And then, there's been all this stuff in the news that he did this, did that, punched an old man. He did all this kind of stuff that was bad.
Wow.
And then he went back to training, and he says he's back in a good place. And then he beat the fuck out of some dude.
Wait, so he made literally $100 million?
Off of Floyd Mayweather, yeah. And then so he was like, well, I'm just going to go party for a while and did all this stuff. And then
I wonder if he
And, like,
saved some of that.
I'm sure. And then 2 years later, he's back fighting and then just fucking fuck this guy up. It's like a pretty good fighter.
You think he'd blow $100 million in 2 years?
I don't think so, but who knows? Maybe he did. But supposedly he's making a ton of money off of this latest one because pay-per-view. And
Wow.
I mean, he makes shit up, but he said he's going to make $80 million off of this one fight he just did. But I don't think that's true.
That's a
But
lot
but
of
he
money.
might make 10 or something. That's, yeah.
Fucking,
So
like,
and he's but yeah, supposedly he did $100 million from Floyd.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. According to him.
What's that?
According to him. Or according to
according to him.
records.
Well, the Floyd one supposedly, according to records, he made $100 million because Floyd made $300 million.
Did he win?
Floyd Mayweather won.
Okay.
Yeah, but he made $300 million.
Wow.
So-
That's quite a purse.
Booyah! That's a
Damn.
lot of money.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I know nothing about fighting.
yeah, that's
the
number
fights,
5. I just
so.
had a great time watching it. I was just stoked to see one of my, I don't want to say hero, but just just the fact that he went in there and beat the fuck out of that guy in 40 seconds, and then kicked him in the head, then beat him up some more, and did a great job.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome. So okay, that there was that. Watching the fighting. Another thing that was rad was another sports related. Zion Williamson, basketball player, #1 pick, kind of like the future of basketball. He has been injured the whole time since before the season, so he hasn't played.
Right.
Then yesterday, I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm watching the game on watching like YouTube TV, watching the game,
Right.
and he comes in for like 5 minutes, and he's just like Butterfingers, turnover after turnover, and like not really doing anything. And then he gets the ball, and it's like he drops it, and it's like, oops, like he was doing it the whole time. And then all of a sudden, fourth quarter comes, and he gets feels good. He fucking shoots 4 3-pointers in a row. He makes, and then he does all kinds of shit. His team was losing by 10 or 12. He brought them all the way back to winning, leading by a point. And then they took him out of the game because he has a limitation of how much time he's allowed to play because he's just coming back from an injury.
Right.
So he comes out of the game and then they lose, but it's not his fault. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? But it's
but-
he scored 17 points in three minutes, which is weird.
Yeah.
And it's
3 minutes.
Yeah.
17 points.
Yeah, and amazing to see. It's basketball. It's just a sport, but he's supposed to be the future of the game, and it's he showed it in 3 minutes.
Wow.
That he is the future of the game. So anyway, whatever. Stupid.
No,
Just
it's
sports,
cool.
man.
No, it's cool. I mean, I
It's-
wish.
you know what? That dude's not paying my rent. He's not paying your rent. He's not helping any of us. But I had fun watching it. So
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go. Yeah. There you go. Yes.
Very cool.
So I guess, I don't know if that's number 4. That's a shitty ass number 4. Yosuke's mural. Yosuke Yamamoto's mural, number 3.
I saw pictures of you guys there.
Yeah, man. Great job. Beautiful, huge, amazing. Kind of fun to be there. He said that we helped energize him because he was kind of like burning out and it was kind of cold and all that shit. And I probably caught a cold while I was there. But no, just he said it helped him finish up that mural.
Nice.
It was really big, really cool.
Yeah, I
amazing.
saw, he does great murals. Like, I would
It
never.
was with a brush, like difficult way to go, but I
Yeah.
mean, or roller probably, but
roller brush and roller
looked
and
really.
brush, probably.
It looks really great. I mean, it's almost too good for that spot, and kind of.
Well, wait. So where can people find the mural at?
It's on 2nd Street, right near San Pedro, next to Union Bank, I guess you would say.
Okay.
There's like a walkway that cuts behind Union Bank. And it's just it's that part of that walkway. People are gonna they walk back and forth through to a parking lot over there all day long.
Oh, is that like on the side where like the
The Union Bank's on the corner, right?
Okay.
So, yeah.
is that like how they have that weird like a sculpture of like the loops? The strings going like looping into each other.
I don't think so. I don't know, but it's not there. It's just, but it's really close to a corner near Central.
Like,
I'm
okay,
sorry,
so
San Pedro and 2nd Street.
Okay, San Pedro's like
San Pedro's 1 block above, like where Alameda is. It's just the next one north.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, San Pedro.
Okay, yeah. So it's right there near the space shuttle and the.
It's sort of near there. Yeah, that's across the street though. This is like.
It's on that other side of the.
Yeah, yeah. It's on the other side.
Oh, because there's when I think of like the weird tunnels in like in Little Tokyo, I think of the weird rainbow one. It's like all like LED lights and
Right,
colors
right.
change and
It's not like that,
but like but so it's across from there.
yeah.
Cool. I can't wait to see
it's
it.
across from Koraku. You know Koraku is? It's that 24-hour maybe, or is it open till 3 a.m. Japanese restaurant?
Okay.
Yeah, it's across from that. You could just see it right there. I think there's a boba shop across from it too, like from the mural is.
Oh.
But the mural's kind of, I mean, you could see it from Central and 2nd. I'm sorry, not Central, San Pedro and 2nd. You could see it right there, but yeah, it's rad.
Nice.
Yeah, amazing. I think it's amazing.
Very cool.
Number 2, Souther Salazar show.
Yeah.
So it's been awesome to have his show because I don't know if I can't remember. I guess I didn't talk about it much, but fact is, like Souther was. I think we figured out. I think he was the 6th show at GR2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the first.
What was your
year.
first was
David Cho.
David Cho. Your second was
I think number 2 was either Death Peace Son or Cozy and Dan.
right.
Then it was either Death Peace Son or
Or
Cozy
Cozy
and Dan.
Dan.
Yeah. And then number 4, I think was Martin Sandretta. Maybe it was him and others, but I think it might have been a group show.
Right.
Then there was another one with Jordan Crane. I think he was 5th,
Right.
and I think Souther was 6th.
Wow.
I think that was the
That's
order.
when you hit the 6th month mark.
I guess so.
Nice.
And so it was just cool to be able to work with him. I mean, we worked on more shit after that, but then just cool that he showed again. And felt
How long had it been?
Felt like old time. I feel like he hasn't shown 10 years or more,
Right.
maybe more, but it just felt like old times. It felt really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Great seeing her. His wife.
Yeah, Monica. Monica's
Yeah, I've
awesome.
known her
Yeah.
for like long freaking time.
You know what? She has a long history in art. It seems like I guess she actually curated a show when she was like 20 in Portland,
Oh.
and that show had Audrey. Is it Stella, Amy Soul, and Mari Inukai? It's like that same.
Right.
I think she curated the first version of that.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
she did it, and at 20 or something. You know,
Wow.
like she has this long history in art, and she's a young lady, so
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of awesome.
That is awesome. Gosh, like yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw her, we were trying to like figure out like when was the last time I saw her? It was like 2008, 2009,
Yeah.
or something like that. So
Yeah, she's cool.
yeah, she's very cool.
Amazing. So that was awesome. That's number 2. Number 1, I got to bring up. I guess I can talk about it here. Corey Schmidt. Who's that?
Who's
right?
Corey Schmidt?
Corey Schmidt. He's on the neighborhood council.
Oh, okay.
And,
And what you're a member of?
I'm a member. He's a member. I guess I wanted to say that basically we've had our run-ins. Like we've butted heads on a lot of things, and only I guess now he's being he got arrested for throwing Molotov cocktails.
What?
So he's on. I think I just read that he's got a $1.6 million bail, and he's being held, but for 10 counts of.
So did he throw like 10 like
I don't know if
Molotov cocktails?
I don't know if he threw 10, but he threw a bunch from his car. at McDonald's.
Dude, like
evidently.
Molotov cocktails are not funny.
No, dude. I mean, I don't know what the accelerant was, but I mean, it's like usually it's what gas.
Yeah.
There's like video of like fire in the streets and stuff evidently he was the one doing it, and he did it for 2 days evidently, and there's witnesses to the car, and then he got caught evidently on the weekend, and now he's held, and he's still a full neighborhood council board member. It's like he still is. Like he could come to the next meeting, and he has just as right to be there as all of us. There's absolutely there's nothing being done differently just because he's busted for all the stuff. If he bailed himself out, he could just come to the next meeting and
So participate in local politics.
he sure can. And it's like weird though, right? It's like there's
Wait,
there's no barrier
so
to anything.
he was like I mean, like, you guys gotta like set up rules, don't you think?
I would think that there should be rules, like if you get busted for throwing Molotov cocktails, you get kicked out.
Or like if you get busted with a felony, like you know,
I would think so, but
like,
I don't get it. But no, he has full rights. There's no change, not one.
Depending on how long you're going to be absent from, your.
So he can get removed if he misses another meeting. So he has another month. So if he misses another meeting, that means 3 meetings in a row, and then he's officially out.
So he's missed 3 meetings so far.
Well, he's missed 2. He missed the one yesterday because he's in jail, and he missed the one before for I don't know what reason. And I guess if he misses the next one, I guess technically he'd be out. Because if you miss 3 in a row, that's a one rule, but that's like the weakest rule ever. It's like that's the only way, because that is literally the only way you can get booted is if you miss 3 meetings in a row.
Are any of your colleagues familiar familiar with him? Like, do they know him well? Like,
no, man,
because
nobody really does, but a lot of people put faith in him. There's like some people that are his defenders that believe in him.
Are they like? Is he a young guy or
he's
is
31?
31. Yeah,
that's why I just saw that on the. I didn't know his age, but that's what it says in the report. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know how long.
That's like.
Is he really going to jail? Like, is he, or is this one? It's like one of those things. I don't know. Like, is he going to be out in 2 weeks from his? Was it
like
released?
$1.8 million
1.6. But like, is he going to be released on his own recognizance in like 2 weeks or 10 days or 5 days? Like, I really don't know.
Well, the thing is that like that is literally like if you went to a bail bonds person, that is $160,000 you have to come up with to get him bailed out.
So there's no bail, but can't they just release him anytime the judge goes, yeah, well, you have a court case on this day, you're going to be released.
It depends on the weight of the crime.
Yeah, so I don't really know. Is this
like
I mean, it sounds gnarly to me, but
if
I don't know. I don't know what gnarly is anymore with crime in LA.
Well, look, if you got like arrested for like something like possession of a controlled substance,
you're out in a few hours.
Yeah,
right?
they'll let you out like that afternoon.
Yeah.
But if you got into a a pretty gnarly kind of, if you're doing something like domestic terrorism, you might or domestic whatever. Not terrorism, domestic assault, or is that what I don't?
You mean like a domestic violence issue?
Violence thing. They'll probably hold on to you, especially if you're a repeat offender.
Oh, okay.
But 1.6 million
sounds like a lot, right?
Yeah, that's called a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Like
so sounds big to me.
Apparently, who was that guy who your number 5?
What do you mean?
The guy who fought.
Oh, Conor McGregor.
Apparently, Conor McGregor, he'll think it's nothing. But most human beings.
Oh, it's a ton of money, man.
Like you hear $1.6 million, you flinch.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he has wealthy parents or what, and I just don't know anything.
Well, I mean, he is a member of this city council, and your city is not exactly a cheap fucking place to live.
I guess not. But yeah, it's one of those crazy things that
living out here.
why do I know this guy? It's because he's elected in. Like he actually got votes and he got elected in. But it's one of those things too. It's like this goes to show you nobody knows who anybody really is. You're just going, oh, this guy looks okay. I'll give him a vote, right? So he got enough votes and he actually got in without any nobody really not knowing who we are.
Well, last year I voted for you, and that's because and everything is that, and then I voted for other people. Like
based on what?
Based on people you suggested
Okay.
I vote for.
I don't think I suggested him, but yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think you suggested
Yeah,
him
yeah,
too.
yeah.
But like the thing is that but then they have a book of like like written whatever. Like this is my this is where I stand on these issues, or this is my history in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
And and like you don't have to get a picture. You don't get a picture. You don't get like a criminal record, fucking.
Yeah, nobody knows really who we are.
Anything. So like you look at him. What's his name again?
Corey Schmidt.
Corey Schmidt.
Yeah.
He sounds like a outstanding guy.
Yeah.
SCHMITT.
DT.
DT. Or is it T?
DT. Yeah,
DT.
yeah.
With a silent, D in there. Like, holy shit. Like, that guy's got like silent letters all over his last name, so.
I thought that was interesting because, like, I butt heads with this guy. So, like, I actually, yeah. That's why it's a little scary because I've got, like, I went on record and got him into.
Put the cameras up, man.
Yeah,
and
no,
and do you have fire extinguishers on you? I hope you do.
I better get one. That's so seriously. I'm the one who butt heads with him, and I just didn't back down. But a lot of people did. They just, like some people did. So.
They're just they're thinking like this job, which is a service to the neighborhood, does not pay enough to butt
Pays
heads.
nothing. Pays nothing, but it's like it just there you go. It just shows you what happens, and then it just shows you too how the city's still they're powerless to like do anything about him. So he's technically, like I said, next meeting he could show up. Yeah, and there's nothing we can do at this moment. So
well,
we'll see.
I kind of doubt that he'll be released out of jail anytime soon.
But
they'll probably release him when he serves his time.
So you think he's going to be in for like a year?
Maybe.
I really don't know if.
Or he could get time served.
Is there like a criminal case that happens? I don't really know how this works.
Unless his parents are like wealthy.
Because like he didn't do a crime onto somebody. He just did like he threw Molotov cocktails.
Yeah,
out
but
of
he
a
was
car
he
window
was a
toward
threat.
McDonald's.
He was a threat to
yeah, for sure. Public. He threw it to two McDonald's.
Yeah.
Evidently, it was like toward McDonald's, two different McDonald's, but. Supposedly he did more locations than that, so I'm not sure. I really don't know.
What does a guy have against McDonald's?
Dude, maybe the fries weren't hot or something.
Dude, fucking, you gotta like.
Maybe he didn't get enough barbecue sauce.
Oh, McDonald's are kind of fascist about their sauce.
With the chicken McNuggets,
maybe
he
they
didn't.
are. They're mean.
I mean, like maybe he didn't get enough of that sweet and sour sauce because that's the one I like.
I'm a barbecue sauce guy.
I like sweet and sour actually. With that.
Yeah, my sister likes sweet and sour.
Oh, see, that's because we're the best.
No, barbecue is the OG.
Yeah, okay.
Does anyone fucking agree with me on
sure.
what kind of sauce do you have with your chicken nuggets?
Oh, sweet and sour.
And don't say Sichuan because or whatever fucking
they have it.
They had one.
Wow.
It was like a show that like really kind of went nuts about like I forgot. Oh, I think it was whatchamacallit, that one cartoon with the
South Park?
No, it's the old scientist dude and his grandson.
What the fuck?
Rick and Morty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rick and Morty. Like I think they even like went on and on, had a song about like the this Chinese spicy,
Damn.
like
damn
nugget sauce that I
chick nuggets.
chick nuggets.
Okay, wait. Let me read some comments before you get into your top five.
Okay.
Visage Montaraza. He just wrote.
Visage.
He just wrote. I'm ready. So thank you. That's just ready to listen.
Nice.
Stavi said, I got the corona, but I don't. Okay, anyway. Question for Luke. Do you have any insight on deciding to do that mural you recently posted on your Instagram as a painting? I think it's a great definitive piece, and I would love to own that as a print.
That might be in my top 5.
Oh, shit. But why don't you just buy the original? Like, make an original, Stavi. Buy the original. Buy an original.
Yes,
So,
buy an original.
Well, he just wrote, I would like to own that as a print. No, own that as an original.
Buy the original,
Yeah,
man.
Just go deep, you know?
man.
Just add it up.
Yeah.
Add it up.
Yeah.
Sell shit. Get your money together. Buy
and then,
that.
I mean, like the thing is, if you sit on it and you cross your fingers, you might be able to flip it for a whole lot more.
Gotta think of it that way too. It's a business.
Yeah, man, it's an
All right.
investment.
So Albert writes, what about the 49ers? Did you know that the Super Bowl? He's talking about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's 49ers against the Chiefs.
Yeah, no, the Chiefs, first time in over 50 years.
Yeah.
I'm not a football
50?
fan. Yeah.
Is it 50? Oh,
Over
wow.
50. Yeah, I think they were in the second or third Super Bowl.
Wow.
And like they hadn't
Just
done it
imagine.
in a long time. I'm rooting for the Chiefs.
Just imagine the team names. The 49ers. So those are like minor dudes, right? They're digging into like the dirt and the earth.
Yeah.
But then you have like the Chiefs. So that's like an Indian tribe-ish thing.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's like white man against red man.
I'm all for Kansas, man. I'm all for the Chiefs.
Putting it that way, for the Chiefs. And plus the 49ers are the ones that did they got rid of that Colin Kaepernick, the dude that
They
was
did.
Yeah.
They did.
So
They're
how could anyone root for that team?
Nope. Fuck
Oh.
the 49ers.
And then like
And
the
even- yeah.
quarterback for the Chiefs, I think he is half African American, so you actually have a person of color as the face of that team right now.
Right.
Oh, you got to go with the Chiefs. Sorry,
Gotta go
Albert.
with the Chiefs,
Sorry, Albert.
man.
We just broke it down by ethnicity.
Sorry.
Not athleticism. Not
No,
not
no.
not anything else. But
I am a whatchamacallit, what do they call that? Something dog or dark horse.
dark horse.
I'm a
Oh,
dark
is the
horse.
Chiefs the dark horse team?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like the 49ers. I mean, who doesn't know about the freaking 49ers?
Yeah.
And so I'm all for the underdog. That's
Yeah.
it. That's the word I'm looking for.
Underdog.
Underdog. I'm an
All
underdog.
right. Jun Watanabe wrote a bunch of things that I don't understand, but it's okay. So I'll pass on those.
Oh, why?
He wrote the word "the," and then he wrote "dang." So anyways, Yosuke says, "Thanks for the shout out. Hope I'm feeling better."
He's sick. Are you sick, Yosuke?
No, he was. Hopefully, I'm feeling better. I guess.
Oh,
is what it
okay.
means. So I'm feeling pretty good.
You're fine. You're fine.
Stavi mentions Molotovs are punk rock.
They are punk rock.
Respect the Molotov.
They are PFR, man. Punk fucking rock.
Yeah. Is it on the news? Oh, that's what Jun Watanabe asks. If you look them up, you can see it on. I don't know about the not video news, but you could see it and written about on the like online. Oh wow, Andrew Shen writes. I think it's my first time watching a live chat of any kind. What?
Wow.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
Andrew Shen is the one who.
Welcome to the 21st century.
Well, wait, actually, put on that thing. The robot. But, I think Andrew's the one that owns a Souther Salazar piece and actually has a really beautiful one.
ロボット&ザ・ベアロボット&ザ・ベア
Anyways.
Let's see.
Wow, we have such an active. This is the first time it's ever been so
Yeah, let's
active
see.
before. I'm so happy.
I don't know why. Oh, so Albert writes Big Mac instead of nuggets. I think he just wrote Big Mac.
Yeah, I don't really do the chicken sandwiches, usually, except for there is a deal at McDonald's, an all-American McDonald's, and that is the 2 for $3 thing where you get a double cheeseburger and you get 2 double cheeseburgers, or you get 2 McChicken sandwiches, or you get a double and a McChicken for $3, and that's what I usually
So
go
those
for.
are cheap.
Yeah.
What about fillet of fish? No, is that not your? No way.
I like filet of fish actually.
Yeah, I like it.
That's a good sando.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Let's see. Oh, Stavi says no way, Luke. Sweet and sour all the way.
What? Oh. I'm this old, man. I'm this old. I don't want
Oh wow, Albert says A1 sauce on the Big Mac. A1.
A1.
I guess they don't make a portable A1 sauce. That's you taking it home and like busting out the A1 sauce. Your own A1
yeah,
sauce.
you have to-
That sounds. I bet you that could work.
That
What do you
could
think?
be-
I mean,
I could
it-
look at
I mean,
that
the-
tangy A1.
well, because the
you know?
burger is technically what meat. So
Beef.
you're putting A1 steak sauce on meat. I don't know, why not?
Yeah, I remember. They used to have a burger. I think at Carl's Jr.
Did it come with A1?
That had A1
Oh.
on it.
Wow, that's a marketing right there.
And
Yeah.
I was very much interested in
Yeah.
that burger.
Yeah.
But my other thing is Carl's Jr. is the whatchamacallit, the Western bacon cheeseburger for $2 for $6, and I eat one and then I save the other one for the next day.
Wow.
Because the
Wow.
thing is there is no
That's a long time, isn't it? Like I would just eat the second one before I
oh
think.
man, it's a lot to eat, man. It's a lot to fucking eat. And I basically the thing is all it is onion rings, cheese, meat, barbecue sauce on
Right.
bread.
Right,
That
right.
thing can keep because it doesn't have lettuce, it doesn't have tomato, and it doesn't have actual
Oh.
raw onions. So you could keep that thing for freaking a day and a half and throw it in the microwave for 30 seconds. I know I have a bad habit of not throwing in the refrigerator because I like it to feel pliable after I eat it. So like once you like
That's weird.
Once
All
you
right.
refrigerate that thing, like it transforms all the textures into something completely wrong.
Gotcha.
Anyways,
I agree.
so
Well, yeah.
So-
I don't know. Microwaving does weird shit to food though
yeah,
sometimes.
it does.
I mean, just because temperature-wise, it's one major zappage.
right?
I think everything's got different temperatures to begin with. Like,
Okay, well,
you
yeah,
know, but yeah.
back when
Sorry, it's not that interesting, guys.
No,
but-
well, okay. Well, back when J. Rule used to live in North Carolina, he introduced me to my favorite fast food chain of all time, and that's Bojangles.
Oh,
And Bojangles is known for the spicy chicken biscuit, which is a buttery biscuit, with a deep fried chicken patty fillet, with hot sauce on it. And oh my God, it's like the best thing in the world. And whenever he flew into California, he would stop at the airport. He would be in the airport at Raleigh and buy me a box of these sandwiches.
wow.
And what I learned was the way you do it is you heat up the chicken patty for a couple seconds. Then meanwhile, you put the biscuits in the toaster.
Oh, see,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
toast it.
There
And
you go.
then
See, that's
to finish it off,
Very
you
good.
take the chicken patty and you put that in the toaster and you turn it on.
add a little bit of crisp.
Yep, and you crisps it up. And,
Yeah.
Yep, and
Heat it up, and then you add the crisp. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Sure.
So,
I love that. So, I guess also another question I have before we get into your top 5 is, our tastes change, right, over time?
yes.
I've been getting into spicy food lately, and I don't like spice. Like, I didn't like spicy food, but I've been eating spice now.
Really?
Yeah. I'm finding myself going straight to eating like chilies. Like when I like Thai food, I used to like leave the chilies out. Now I'm like eating the chilies with the food.
Oh yeah.
Like I used to
yeah.
leave it out, like never eat it. Now I'm like eating it. I'm putting hot sauce on food a little bit now.
Maybe it's because
I used to never do that.
We're getting
And
older.
I'm starting to do that now, and like I'm starting to enjoy spicy food when I used to just run from it. And I'm enjoying a little bit of spice. Not gnarly, but I mean,
No.
I'm enjoying it though.
Wait, are you a hot Cheetos guy?
I don't think I've ever even tried that yet. So
God, those
yeah.
are the best. That's
I
one of
bet
the best
it's more
snack
so
foods
just-
in the world.
Oh, yeah, okay. Because
know?
I haven't even done that. It's more so just eating, like hot food and adding some chili to it or something and enjoying it.
Sure.
So, like for example, Souther and Monica from Portland mailed me a, care package, right?
yeah, they
It,
didn't.
it came with
too.
cookies. It had cookies in it.
Yeah, I got that
You got some. Why did you get cookies?
because they listened to the podcast and they
Fuck.
and she
What?
saw through my
So now you miss. I think you're going to start missing things. This is what's going to
just
happen.
recognize how pathetic I was and to send
Wow.
me
So
a
I
care
got.
package.
She also mailed me a hot sauce, and I tried it, and it's delicious. It's called Aardvark. It's from Portland.
Yeah, she sent
Yeah.
me.
You got one of those too?
No, I didn't
Fuck.
get that. I got
was
like,
like,
a
fuck.
Hainan. I got like a Thai chicken
Oh,
kind of sauce.
I have to get something really fast, and this is important for the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay, I'll be right back.
do you
So
have any more of these?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I
wait,
bum one while you're running?
Wait. So we're all just gonna run off from this?
No.
podcast?
You're gonna grab it, and I'm gonna entertain everybody.
Okay.
And
Entertain.
You
I'll be back in 1 minute.
I'm gonna
everybody.
look at this.
You could also start your top 5 if you want, because this hasn't changed in a minute or a few minutes. Oh wait,
Big,
there it is.
Okay, enrolled agent. Okay, the power of Rick and Morty. Right. Okay, so like, remind me again. Is the Rick and Morty did the was it a Sichuan sauce or was it another weird Chinese region kind of thing? Okay, Stabby says, if I see a kid under 10 years old eating hot Cheetos, Takis, I think their parents should go to jail. Wow. No, man. Like, dude, flaming hot Cheetos are the best. They really are. They're oh my God, I love those. Thank you so much. Oh, cheers. What is that? You got a bunch of what?
No, we got toys from our for being a podcaster.
What?
For podcasting? A gift came in the mail.
What? Who's listening
So
to us?
I don't know. I kind of, you tell me. You read this. This is a card that came with it, and we got these Mark Nagata Sofubi Man.
Quicks.
This is not Quicks.
No. Oh, it's Gallery F. Yeah, dude. From Chicago.
So this came in the mail, and I was like, it was, I guess, one of each for us, and it's a Mark Nagata.
Is
Sofubi Man.
Is this from Gallery F?
Yeah.
Wow. So
Yes. And I was just like, wow, what a beautiful, like, what an amazing gift. I was like, whoa. Like, this is sort of like the Sofa Beam Man's rad because instead of depicting Ultraman and all these characters, it's depicting the man who makes the figures.
Yep.
Yeah.
Billy, thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
Lovely, right?
Dude, like, yeah, no, it's this is like, because
It's an honor.
It's an honor, and it's like kind of like this urban myth about like, the I don't know if it's how much of it's because like
I want
know-
to say it's urban myth too because I've only seen a little bit of YouTube videos.
Yes, yeah.
But it's like it looks that's the man I pictured in my mind.
Yeah,
So-
like this an older Japanese gentleman or
Yeah,
family,
wearing the apron. I mean,
with a hot Safubi, mold, pouring vinyl and stuff like that. But the thing is that I know for a fact that like there are a lot of young people who are getting in on the bit on this because of the popularity of the medium. So
it's cool.
And so these guys are now senpais.
Oh, so Albert just writes that 49ers are the underdogs. Colin Kaepernick got kicked out by the NFL, not the 49ers. Oh, come on now.
Oh, wow. It's the bigger conspiracy.
I don't know. What's the address? Yeah, just send it to GR2 or GR1 store.
Yeah.
GR store. GR store's fine.
Yeah, GR2, GR1, Giant Robot Store is kind of
Well,
like
it's open.
where you get things.
It's also open 7 days a week, whereas like GR2's closed Monday, Tuesday. So yeah, better to go there to GR store. But thank you, Stavi. What are you mailing us?
I don't know.
Or maybe he's not mailing us. We're just doing a call out for gifts. Top 5? If you want
Top
to go.
5. All right. So let's talk about my top 5. I'm starting off with this upcoming show this weekend at Corey Helford Gallery. It is a Fellini show. And I posted the painting up on my whatchamacallit,
Instagram?
In the Instagram. It's called Remember It's a Comedy. It features the painting, if you're not able to see it, is like one of my bears being hung, wearing with a black hood over its head and being like hung, like from a noose. And basically it's the idea, the image kind of comes from the scene in the movie 8.5 by Federico Fellini, where this critic is talking to Guido, the protagonist, who is playing a film director, and I don't really remember what he says, but basically with a nod and a smile, like from Guido, 2 guys come up to him, grab him, walk him up, put a hood over his head, and wrap a noose around his neck and hang him, So I was like, oh, okay, that's I can empathize with that,
okay.
because like I don't like Fellini movies either. So, and then like the thing is, there's a thing that like Fellini wrote on a note that he hung apparently underneath the eyepiece or attached to the camera, which was Italian for remember this is a comedy.
Oh.
And so I scrawled those words, remember this is a comedy, over the image of my hung character, and I did a post on my stories which basically said like, you don't want to know how many hung men I looked at to make this painting, because like kind of a joke, like hung men, but like I thought it was kind of, when I saw the scene in the movie, I kind of thought it was weird, because the way they had it was like the head was cocked downward and the body was kind of lurching backward, forward a little bit, and I'm like, that doesn't seem like the way a body would hang, and so I did a bunch of research on hung men. I had one guy on Instagram asked me like, how do you like avoid like all the images of big dicks. And I basically said, well, you attach the words suicide, murder, or execution after the word hung.
Lynching.
Lynching. Well, you don't want to do lynching, because lynching is different from hanging.
Oh.
You know, in my like lynching is literally asphyxiation, and hanging is like, you know, a rope wrapped around the neck, because
Right.
they don't die from asphyxiation when you hang them. They die
No,
from
it's like
their
a broken neck or something,
yeah,
right?
from their necks being
Yeah.
broken.
Well, you could have looked under In Excess, that dude, because he hung himself and
Well,
fucking
that
had a-
was autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah.
A little bit different.
Oh, but he might have been hung.
He might have been.
I don't know.
You
Anyway,
know?
okay. Anyway,
Okay. My next one is the coronavirus.
whoa,
So I've been kind of paying attention to like what's been going on
China,
out there in
bring
China.
it, China.
A friend of mine sent me a link to this really crazy, you know, I forgot what the name of the city that is
Wuhan.
the epicenter. Wuhan, yeah. Is the epicenter, and apparently there is a market there where they were selling like
Oh yeah, did you read that?
koala
Yeah.
and rats and snakes. And I kind of said to him, like, you know what? I have no problem with rats or snakes as long as they're farm bred, but like koala.
Yeah.
That's just kind of weird, you
Yeah.
know? Like, isn't that like a native to Australia kind of like,
I
you know?
thought
I
so.
don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
But-
sure that, you know, I imagine they're tasty.
You
But
think
all
people?
they-
You think people ate them, or do you think it was just like a little part of the koala that's like used for some kind of aphrodisiac, or you know, like? Oh, you think they were eating that thing?
I think they're eating it,
Really?
of course.
Like, oh, dude, I'm gonna eat the arm.
Well, and then there's
That sucks.
all these conspiracies coming out of China too, where they think that this is an American manufactured virus
Wow.
in order to disrupt, you know, the biggest, you know, mass migration travel day in the world. You know, that is Chinese New Year.
Oh, you
So,
think?
Yeah, and
There's-
it's a way of spreading this, like,
Well, I
you
know they
know,
locked down
disease.
that city, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly, but then supposedly a couple 100,000 people actually left the city before they locked it down. So
yeah.
there's that, and then I do
And-
know that it made the stock market go down.
Well-
There's that, and then it takes a little bit of attention away from, you know, whatever
Yeah.
the,
From the
the
impeachment, which is my
yeah.
number 3. I've been watching some of the impeachment, but I really just can't watch like the Like the thing is that like whenever I'm driving around, I listen to my favorite radio station in Los Angeles, KPCC, 89.3. You know, it's the 24-hour NPR channel, and if you're driving around during the day, guess what you're listening to? You're listening to the motherfucking impeachment.
Yeah.
And it is
NPR.
so fucking boring.
I know.
And
Yeah.
like, you know, they were like complaining about like senators like falling asleep, you know, like during the hearings, and it's just like, yeah, I don't fucking blame you. They don't even like they won't even let them have coffee in there.
Wow.
It's just milk or water.
Milk?
Milk.
Why?
I don't know. Does the body good, I guess.
That's weird.
You
So you
know?
have two choices: milk or water.
Milk or water, according to
That's
like
bizarre.
some news shit that I listened
That
to.
makes weird sound. Milk?
Milk.
Oh,
But man, there's been some pretty like really like, you know, Adam Schiff had like a couple of pretty good speeches in there that like made me go like, yeah, fucking tell like it is, man.
awesome.
You know, I'm sorry if you're a Trump supporter, like no offense, but like yeah, I was, you know,
All right.
this is not my guy. You know, then my number 4 is LA Art. LA Art is coming up in
February 6th, I believe.
February 6th,
read.
and I'm working on my piece for there.
Yeah.
And the piece I'm working on is actually inspired by or based on the mural I did in Detroit. I've done a couple of them. So I did a small one for the Hawaii show with the eyes kind of going, "Rrr,"
Yep.
you know, and now I'm doing one where I'm kind of playing with colors and stuff like that. So, you know, it's just a fun painting to do, you know, and like I think it usually, like when I see, like I have one that was kind of a commission that I had already done, and like I look at it, it's sitting in my hallway, and I'm like, I don't want to give this up. I don't want to give this to I'll just make another one, because like I look at the painting and I love it so much. I'm like, you know, I want to, I you know, like, but like, you know, a commission is a commission, you know. And my number 5 is, you know, I said some pretty like funny stuff, you know, on our last podcast concerning missing people.
Yeah, you don't miss
know.
anybody.
Yeah, and
Yeah, and there's been a little bit of, I've heard a little bit about this
yeah,
from people saying, wow, that's really sad and really weird, and
yeah.
all kinds of, I've heard every response, and I've heard, Albert Reyes was one of them who said, it's really sad that Luke doesn't miss anybody. When are you podcasting next? It was like, like all in one sentence. I was like, yeah, you don't care that much. He's like, it's really sad, but when I don't know.
No, like and
It was kind of funny.
I want to clarify something that like it's kind of more of like an out of sight, out of mind kind of thing.
Right.
I like it's kind of like I have enough faith in the people I know, that they'll be fine. They're doing their thing.
No, we're fine, but some of us might go, oh, Luke's been gone a while. I kind of miss Luke.
Huh? Well,
Well,
then drop me a fucking message.
That's what we do.
But
But then you'll be like, just hit delete. You're gonna be like,
no,
I don't miss you. Fuck you. Delete.
I you know what? I appreciate most of the messages that I get, and I usually respond to everything.
But you're gonna write, yup. Is that what you're gonna write? Yup.
No, I wouldn't do anything like that.
Oh.
I wouldn't ever be rude about it.
Oh, okay.
That's just not cool. You
All right.
know. But I think that I was reflecting on it myself, and it'd come up a couple of times, and
that was interesting.
when I went
says
there,
that?
and I was just like, oh, I guess it sounds kind of weird, but the thing is that like I said, out of sight, out of mind. I deal with things as when as they come to me.
Right. But I don't think anyone ever says that. Does anyone else Does anyone ever say that?
Okay.
I don't miss anyone. Ever.
Nothing.
Never. Nobody.
I just don't think about
Yeah, but does anyone
things.
would anyone else ever say that and really feel that too? I don't know.
Okay, so I've been trying to wrap my head around the things that I said, because I've never actually vocalized those things.
I've never heard it vocalized
before.
like that.
And I'm wondering whether or not it has there's a couple of different factors that I've been kind of trying to figure out why I would say such a thing.
Right.
And one of them is is it the times that we live in?
Mm-hmm.
We live in an era of the internet. People rarely can be bored. We're constantly bombarding ourselves with information and this and that. So we don't even really give ourselves time to kind of be quiet.
Right.
My number two thing is it my age? I'm 46 years old, and I'm obviously a little jaded. I've experienced. I've learned some pretty hard lessons over my time. And it maybe that is the reason why I would have that kind of thought process. My number three is I live in Los Angeles, and it's hard. It is hard to socialize with people in Los Angeles unless you all live in the area.
Right.
And I live out on the east side. I live literally 45 minutes, away from here. It takes me about that much time to travel from here to do this podcast every time. I used to live a lot closer, but
right.
But now it's kind of a hassle for me to come out here just on a whim, and then what is there a fourth, factor that
Could it be from your past in pharmaceuticals?
Right. All the drug, all the
Sure.
self-medicating and drugs that I did.
Could it be that?
Yeah, and
Changing
it
your
could be
body chemistry a little bit. That sounds
Yeah.
nutty,
Well,
but I don't know.
I do know
I wouldn't know.
okay, for instance, I was last weekend. I was invited to my friend's car meet thing on Sunday.
Car meet?
Yeah, I have a friend who is in this weird Mercedes station wagon group.
Wow.
Old? I think in general.
Brand new Mercedes station wagons just meet up?
Or old
That's so
ones.
weird.
She has an old one,
Oh, interesting.
and I was like, okay, yeah. And we talked about it on Thursday or Friday, and she messaged me the details of it, and then by Friday or Saturday, I knew that there was something I was supposed to do on Sunday, but for the life of me, I could not remember what it was, and it wasn't until Sunday night when I was laying in bed and I suddenly remembered the thing. And so my brain is a little bit numb, or just not firing on all its pistons, anymore. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Well, I created 4,
Pure jade is what Albert says. Pure jade.
like, is it because I live in the year 2021?
Yeah.
Is it because, of my being, middle-aged, I mean, like, this kind of like, also like, I think it's kind of like this weird, like when I think of the age thing, it might have something to do with the weird perpetuation of like, masculine kind of archetypes and stuff like that. Like, when like, you hear about like the way men are with each other,
Right.
They like erect walls around them.
Luke,
So,
I would jump on a sofa for you, man. So there. Oprah sits right here. I'll jump on that sofa.
oh man,
So
you would
there.
fucking pull a straight up Tom Cruise Scientology
I'll
move.
do it for you, man. So there you go.
man. And
The
then
walls are down.
and but like that, that's me. That I tie that together with the age thing. My third factor is being in Los Angeles, and my fourth factor
Right.
is, maybe it's a bit of all of it.
Right.
I mean, like, like for me to like kind of break it down to those 4 different elements there's probably an amalgam of all those different things. So
But hey, now we know.
yeah,
You don't miss no one. Luke don't miss no one.
I guess
That's a T-shirt or a sticker, at least a sticker.
I don't miss nobody.
Luke missed nobody.
Luke misses nobody.
Luke missed nobody.
Fuck y'all. But it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate people's company. Appreciate people.
Right.
It just means that like
All I know is a day later, Luke's forgotten you. Just remember that, everybody. A day later, he's forgotten you, and he doesn't miss you.
oh, man, you make me sound like such a horrible person.
Means just enjoy the time while it's there.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like
Because tomorrow, he ain't going to miss you. He missed nobody. But he had a good time while you guys are hanging out, or,
yeah.
But yeah, don't expect him to miss you. Nope.
No.
Nope.
It's just I think it has something to do, maybe it has something to do with low expectations.
No.
Like I don't expect to have a great time with people when I see them.
Right.
That's just like a lot of expectation to put on a person. Just like knowing that they're there and they're fucking like whatever.
Right.
Like anyways.
Whatever.
People, it's a weird fucking like like I don't know. I guess it's a weird world I live in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, so but like one of the things I really wanted was to have Souther Salazar on the show while he was in town, but apparently like
It was just like bad timing. But maybe next week. It's
So
very possible. He's coming back into town. We're going to do a closing party since he's going to be here. So Wednesday from 7 to 9, food, we're just saying drawing. There'll be tables out you can draw, hang out, and there'll be some snacks.
cool.
And that'll be kind of
Let's
chill.
try and do it next Tuesday.
Tuesday? Okay. Well, if he's here, I'm got to figure. I think he's coming, so we'll
Okay.
give it a shot. Tuesday.
I mean, that's a long drive from Portland, isn't it?
That's true. Yeah. I think they're driving down because they're going to do something Chinese New Year related in San Francisco, and then they're just like, well, fuck it, go all the way down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that reminds me. This Sunday is Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
It's
happening.
So, like,
It's early.
it's
Yeah.
that lunar.
What? Yeah.
Lunar New Year's. I don't get
Yeah.
it. Like, it's funny because of the
You're the rat, everybody.
It's Year of the Rat. That's that. And then the next year will be my year.
Whoa.
Yeah, Year of the Ox. But like that's actually one of the funny things about like my mother was born on May the 4th, and but
May the 4th be with you. What?
yeah,
Star
yeah,
Wars.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just playing,
But
yeah.
the thing is that it was May the 4th according to the lunar calendar.
Right.
So, which is actually kind of goes up to like June something
Wow.
in the Roman
Oh, wow.
calendar. So lucky her, like, or lucky my sister and I. If we forget one of them, we could always catch her on the next one, like a month later.
Awesome.
So I don't know. But can someone, if someone can explain to me like why the Lunar New Year always shifts around all over the place, I'd appreciate it, because
no idea.
is it like apparently it's not built on a 365-day year.
Calendar. Yeah, it's something else. It's based on the moon, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? It's got to be based on the moon. It's called a lunar calendar.
Well,
but
yeah.
I'm not sure.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
So I guess it looks like Albert Reyes mentions that you forgot about their art. You guys are supposed to do an art trade.
No, I didn't forget that.
So, well, first off, one question I have as an artist, since I'm not an artist. For value, do you also do that? Like,
no,
you know,
no.
person who's like maybe younger, very unestablished, if you do a trade for whatever reason, I mean, is that person supposed to make you something bigger and you can make them a tiny one because you're well established and they're maybe not
You know, I
established
mean,
at all?
those things sometimes come into whatchamacallit, like, you know, like, I mean, like, part of it I think has to do with how much I like their work.
Yeah, what if you don't?
And then I wouldn't make the trade.
What do you say?
I'll think about it.
So, like Albert, you forgot about him.
No,
so
I didn't
obviously-
forget about
no,
him.
that's okay, you did.
But the thing
So-
is that
Because
no,
you
I
don't
did not-
miss him, it's okay.
No, it's I'm sorry, Albert. I don't miss you, but I like you and I love his work.
Okay.
You know?
No, I'm just saying this. Okay, so that trade, you'll do a trade, but
Yeah.
I mean, I was just asking, when do you like, you do it anytime? Like if someone says, hey, let's trade, and you like the work, you'll say, okay, you'll do
Yeah.
it. How many have you done?
Not many.
Oh, so it hasn't even.
I mean, like I've reached
Like
out
less
to.
than 10?
I've told the art probably like less than 5.
wow.
You know.
Okay, I thought there'd be a whole
like,
bunch.
You know, but the thing is, I've made like offers and agreements to make trades with other artists, but like a lot of people are really busy, and and so I don't like it's just nice to know that like on one hand it can be looked at as a like me kind of expressing how much I appreciate and enjoy their work, and and knowing that like when windows of opportunity come up,
Right.
we can do it. And I love Albert's work. I think Albert's work is like so much like fun, and like it has like this really kind of I mean, like, you just feel like Albert's like sensibilities and experiences and interests just pouring over like the stuff that he does. And I need to make something
Okay.
to
Right.
know.
All I'm just saying
Yeah.
is like, but then how do you say no? Like somebody might hit you up in person and you're just like, no. Or what do you say? That's a tough one, right?
It doesn't come up a lot,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it honestly doesn't, and like, it's kind of like a weird question to ask people,
Really?
like, I almost kind of feel like, sometimes it's just,
I've seen artists do that in front of me. I'm like, oh, they're doing a trade. Cool. Like I've seen it. So I thought it was more common.
well, I wouldn't ever trade, like, I wouldn't ever like reach out for like doing a trade at a person's show.
Oh, really? No, not at their show, but I've seen people do it.
Right.
Just talk to each other. Then all of a sudden they mention, hey, let's trade one day. Let's trade
Oh
one
yeah, I mean, I've had
And
those
I've seen
conversations.
that.
Like
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
I mean, like, let me think, like, I mean, there's a bunch of artists whom like I've talked to about like trading, and it's just about like finding the time to do it.
Right.
Like, and sometimes like if I'm in a strong enough financial situation, which means not a lot, I'll just buy a piece, just because like it's easier. Sometimes it'd be easier to buy something
Just buy it
than,
than- yeah, I know.
than to fucking like
Be on the
Right.
hook to trade them, right?
right.
Yeah,
Exactly. Like there are 2 artists right now whom I own paintings to.
Oh.
Like I know of. One of them, oh my god, I'm so bad with names right now. Lou Pimentel, I owe him a painting.
Right.
And Sket One, I owe him a painting. So that's yeah. I remember.
Just do it.
I will.
Okay.
I will. I'm trying to get back in. I've been reading that book, The War on Art, recommended to us
I'm trying to think who suggested that one.
by Buffmaster.
Okay, yeah.
And the first book kind of goes into this idea of like resistance is the the thing that you're fighting, and once you kind of like put a name on it and you kind of like acknowledge its existence, you're able to kind of become more conscious of it and try and oppose the I don't know, feelings of laziness or fear or whatever that come along with it. And so I've been a lot more conscious about trying to fight my own personal resistance when it comes to like my art thing. Be a little bit more diligent and vigilant about the thing. Do you nothing?
Nothing.
So when I was in like Singapore, I was talking to Jeffrey Koh from Flab Slab, and I kind of came to the epiphany. I don't even know if I should call it an epiphany, that artistic integrity is dead. And we live in this like weird kind of pop world where like at least in the first pop art movement, like there was still some effort made to have a certain degree of artistic integrity to it, but like nowadays it just kind of feels like the hackiest shit gets the most followers, gets the highest price tags,
Sure.
gets the most sales. And as a gallerist, I was wondering whether or not, like, how you, like, what have you noticed that, and what do you feel about it?
I don't know about that. I mean, because what I'm showing, most of it's like solo shows, so I'm not showing too many like, like there's less themed art shows, but it goes to show you like Post-its is popular. And that's like a novelty-ish show because it's $25.
Well, I mean, I'm not even talking about novelty. I mean, I'm talking like fucking, like, how many fucking Baby Yoda art paintings have you seen?
None. Post-its only had one or two.
No, in general, like on your Instagram feed.
A little bit. I mean, most of it's not good though. Like,
Yeah,
I've seen nothing but bad stuff, and I feel like there's like a little, almost like an inside joke on that people are doing is posting bad Baby Yoda art. I feel like that's what I'm seeing a lot of is bad stuff.
Right.
Maybe I'm. You know what? Most where I'm seeing it is on Reddit, and usually most art on Reddit's bad. So
right, I follow delusional artists.
I think I've been seeing a lot of bad Baby Yoda art. I mean, there's been a little bit coming out though, more products and stuff. I'm starting to see a little bit like weird Etsy shit and stuff like that. Right. But for the most part, I mean,
lots of crafty shit. Like,
I'm not seeing too much that's like rad or anything.
Right. Well,
no.
I mean, like, I don't know, like when you watch, like, say, The Mandalorian, like, the Baby Yoda thing, like, as soon as you see it, it's like, oh, that's fucking awesome. Baby fucking Yoda is adorable, But then, like, as soon as you see Baby Yoda taken out of the fucking television show and turned into this weird fan art thing, it's like fucking, like, if you're gonna go to like WonderCon this fucking April, is it? Artist Alley is going to be an orgy of fucking
Baby Yoda.
Yodas, of baby fucking Yodas, and I'm like, but that's not, it's not even that. I mean, like, you look at like a lot of different artists out there, and I'm not like outwardly dissing these people, but like I'll just fucking say their names, like Matt Gondek, like fucking Cause, like
Cause again,
Cause. Or like there's so many other ones, like even to a certain degree, fucking, Ron English. But Ron English is at least really clever with the way he appropriates popular fucking culture stuff. And then, like, the execution of his, like, oil paintings and stuff like that is almost immaculate.
Yeah.
But, like, like, they're all just, like, people are just, like, literally, like, taking, I'm going to fucking put a fucking Homer Simpson over here, and then I'm going to fucking do something to it, and then fucking I'm going to put, do it on a gigantic fucking canvas, and I'm going to fucking, like, post it on my Instagram, and it's going to garner me 10,000 more followers, and blah blah blah. And, oh look, I've been verified, yada yada. It's just kind of like, oh God, like fucking. Don't you feel like? I mean, don't you see a ton of this shit?
I see it, but I don't really. That's not what I pay attention to. So even on my feed on Instagram when I'm looking at art stuff, I don't see a lot of that actually. I somehow have circumvented that, so I don't actually see a lot of that. I think it's funny because Instagram's weird like that. I remember Jew and the Lotus podcast before.
Right.
We were looking at each other's. I think we were talking about Instagram, and we were looking at each other's Instagrams, and he's showing me his Instagram, and there's art and there's hot chicks, right? like really hot chicks. And I'm looking at it going, whoa, a lot. And he was he was going, you've got this too, man, and he's telling me, you've got this too, I know it, and he's scrolling, and it's hot chicks, art, hot more, and then I go, I don't think so. And then I showed him mine, and it's art, dogs, there's no hot chicks coming up at all in my feed,
Right.
So by the same token, I don't think I'm seeing those actually Baby Yoda art or whatever you want to call it. I'm not seeing a lot of that pop culture type of stuff on my own feed because I don't really look at it much.
I follow a lot of different illustrators and stuff.
I follow illustrators, but they're not the ones that are doing that stuff.
Right.
So I'm not seeing that. So
maybe that
it's just our feeds are going to be different maybe, and it's curated for what we are kind of looking at. So I don't really look at that stuff, so I don't see it. And I'm unfortunately not looking at hot chicks either on Instagram, which Daniel Rolnick was. So
oh yeah.
but yeah, I'm missing out on all this stuff, I guess. But yeah.
I only follow a handful of hot chicks on Instagram, but
they don't pop in my feed though.
They rarely pop up in
the
my
algorithm
feed.
is not working for me.
How often do you go through and try and purge your Instagram?
Oh man, I'm following too many people, so I do though. So I'll look at the home feed type of thing, and I'll start. Sometimes I just sit there and I'll just unfollow 25 people, but
Right.
they're usually ones where I'm like, how am I following this person?
Right. Okay. So
and I don't understand. When did I follow this person? And sometimes I'm one of their 25 followers, and how come? What do they do? And then all their pictures are things that I'm not even interested in. So I'm how did I follow that person to begin with?
Exactly.
I don't get it.
I look at
One of them's pictures of somebody who I don't know, and it's their kids' pictures, and I'm like, why am I following this?
right.
I didn't follow this, I don't think, and
Right.
it's all kids' pictures.
No. Here's the question for you: is that then so you go on their profile and you look at the number of people that they have following them, and it's 57, and and then you look at whether they're following you, and you're one of the handful of people that is following you. Do you feel bad for unfollowing them?
No. Unfollow.
Wow.
But usually but they have to understand that they're posting pictures that are little kids or something, and I'm I don't really want to look at that, and I don't even know who you are.
Baby Yoda. Let's
Penuary. Oh, art, knives.
Yeah, I've actually just I don't know who. Yeah, I just bought some knives off of the internet. They're pretty nice. But I don't know. I think that I'm feeling really kind of I especially I was hanging out at at Flab Slab, and he's just his shit's. You know what I think it is? It's the art toy thing too.
Right.
That
I'm not following that stuff much, so
yeah,
I'm missing out on the art toy thing.
Oh man, it just it just kind of turns my wings to lead.
Wow.
And I'm just oh man, fucking what the fuck is going on here?
Wow.
You're killing me. Who are some of these people that I'm following? I don't even remember. I don't even know who this person is. What?
Yeah, I have a lot of that. I followed a lot of people in the beginning, but then I thought, oh, well, maybe they don't post anymore. They quit Instagram, and then maybe they start posting stuff again. And I'm I guess I followed them 5 years ago, and I don't remember, And I just, maybe I gave them a follow back after they followed me or something. But
wait, I thought they weren't following me.
I have no idea.
Oh man, okay, I was just looked at this person whom I thought wasn't following me, and I unfollowed them, and then it says follow back, and I'm oh fuck. Oh, Albert Reyes just sent me a post.
I guess Stavi mentions that the art world is going through a meme phase. right? Sort of like, in quotes, just like someone, someone had to do a full white painting. They said someone has to do it like, yeah, someone does a full white painting for whatever reason. He said by the same token, people have to do a Homer Simpson painting. It's like a thing.
I think I should do a white painting. I think it's about time I did one. I should just do one just for shits and fucking giggles,
Right.
Because it's just kind of like a thing,
I guess.
like, like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I guess like, I'm the way I'm kind of feeling about like, pop art is probably like the way some painters were feeling about like, like abstract expressionism or like Dada or like,
Right.
Shit like that. It's like there's watching people push things in the most kind of like almost intentionally asinine kind of way.
Right.
And don't get me wrong about like the artists that I did name. Like I respect their hustle.
Right.
That's
Yep.
Congratulations. You like really dialed into something and are like have taken it further than I have been able to take my own thing.
Right.
Yeah. But like it's just I'm kind of like I don't know. I'm just kind of hoping that like something kind of changes. And I'm hoping it changes in my favor.
Of course. Yeah.
Because like, I mean, I've done hacky artwork, of course. I've done some of that just because I thought it was funny.
Right.
Like the Boba Fett, the Boba bust that I did with Flab Slab, where he's drinking a cup of boba.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's a fucking hacky piece. I won't fucking deny that. Like, it is literally a cash grab. Like,
It's funny though.
Oh, it's funny.
It's funny as hell.
And it kind of and if you want to like dissect it into like, whatever, it's like the amalgam of fucking Eastern and Western culture.
Are they going to make a Mando version of that?
No.
Oh.
Because we don't drink Mandos, we drink Bobas.
Oh, okay.
You know.
That's true. That makes no sense.
Yeah, but like.
But Mando's like the silver boba, man. Just do it. Oh.
Man, fucking. Well,
be really hacky. It's a cash grab.
No, I'm. You know what I'm doing? What I'm thinking about doing is re-releasing the fucking OG, the original one, again.
Okay,
but like
do that then.
But like then I was gonna do. What we were thinking about decaling the lid of the Boba Cup. So it says "fuck the hackers," or fuck the flippers on it, because like it's literally just kind of an fu to like people who are buying these things to flip them.
Damn.
So
Damn.
Damn.
So one thing I'm working on. Sorry to change the subject a little bit.
Absolutely.
I think so. Since I'm at GR a lot, I have been inundated with people showing me their artwork lately.
Oh, really?
More
Even
than
more?
ever. More than ever.
Because like this happened like a little while ago. You posted something about it.
I've been getting a lot, and I'm getting more than ever.
Mm.
Like I feel like it's almost every other day, or like sometimes 2 or 3 in one day.
Right.
People hitting me up, and I was going to make a business card size, like sort of tongue in cheek, like do you want to show art here? ? Right. And here's what you need to do. Like, here's the steps you need to do. And I was just going to write like, maybe 10 things, both sides of the cards, 5 on one side, 5 on the other, like 5 things to keep in mind about it. And it'll probably scare a bunch of people off is my guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I started writing that, and I think I'm just going to make a business card size. I can hand it to them and go, here's a business card. And it's just going to have the, like, here's what you need to do to show here.
So what are some of those things that...
I started coming up with a list. I don't have them all memorized, but I mean, one of them is I'm going to just write like, who shows here and what they've gone through. So you can kind of compare yourself, right?
Right.
Like I'm going to write that there's nobody who shows here that's done art for less than like 8 years or something. I'm going to put up a number, but I don't know what number that is.
Did you say 20?
Yeah, 10, maybe 10 years. All right. No one has.
No one shows. No. I thought you more than like less than 8 years.
No one has done art. Yeah, or whatever. It could be the opposite. It's like, but everyone has had like 8 to 10, maybe 10 years of art career already.
Right.
Like there is no one who's just like started last week,
right,
or 2 months ago, like you did, right, or whoever. Like the person who's coming in to show me their art. It's usually somebody pretty new, and I'm just gonna say, hey, look. And then one of them's got to be
You say
Come-
5 years. 5 years is a good year.
5 is the one I wrote down. I was
Yeah.
I was just saying a bigger number now. I don't know why. And then I was gonna tell them that they should come to multiple art shows here to see what we show. Don't be the person that asks, what do we show here?
Yeah.
Because like I get people asking me, what do you show here? And I'm like, have you looked? Like, did you walk into the gallery? You're asking me, what do I show here? But there's an art show on the wall,
Right.
right? And
Right.
and they're asking me that question. I'm like, what the fuck's that? So part of it is come to multiple art shows and see what I show here. Don't just ask me, what do I show here?
Right.
Without even knowing. That's
Yeah.
without looking. You didn't even pass the front desk where I'm sitting, and you don't even want to look. So
Do they when people come in, do they immediately recognize you? Like, oh, you must be the gallerist.
yeah, and then they don't even look at the art, and then they want to show me their artwork, and they're asking me what I show here.
Do they bring like big black portfolios?
Not often, but sometimes. Like they're good to go to show me all this stuff, and I'm like, sometimes there's 20 people in there, like or 10 people in the gallery, and they're trying to show me all their shit, and I'm like, bro, look, I'm busy. like what are you doing? But sometimes it's like I'm like it's all about themselves. They're just like, I'm gonna show you my art. Here's me. Here's me. I'm like, you didn't even look at the art show. You don't see that there's all these other people here. I'm busy, and you can't just put your shit all over my counter because fuck. What if someone wants to buy something and your shit's in the way, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So just stuff like it's just disrespectful, but just
They can just look at the. It's not even. You don't even have to necessarily look at the walls. You can look at
they look
the
at
front.
nothing. Yeah, they don't look at. They're not looking at anything.
Because there's so many prints that like
They could just
you
look
know-
behind me, and there's like samples of many people's art that's just like from past shows, and they're not even looking at that.
Right.
And I'm like, it's right there, man. So,
yeah.
but
Well, then there's the
yeah.
print like portfolios that you have that you're like of this like the clear
Yeah.
folders that people can look at and go like, oh, like this is more examples of artwork that would
Yeah.
fly here at Giant Robot.
It's just like it's just I don't know. Usually it's like people saying it's their friends, like they want to show like it's for their friend, right? And I'm like, okay, fine, but so I pass out a lot of business cards, but they don't tell you anything. So I think I want to make a business card that just tells you everything you need to know,
Right.
And it'll probably hopefully scare a bunch of people off that are just shouldn't be like they're not ready to show,
Mm.
One of them is also maybe that of people who just walk in to show me stuff. I don't think anyone's ever got a show out of that, right? So I have to put that on there.
Right.
like if you just walked in and showed me your stuff, I've never given a solo show just by like first time meeting somebody, looking at their stuff, going, "Yep, I'm gonna have a solo show like in 3 months. We have a solo show with you." Like that's never happened. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's a relationship. They have to understand that we're building a relationship out of this, not just like you walk in like, "Oh, that's really good. Solo show, ready? You're ready. I'm gonna give you a solo show tomorrow," right?
Yeah.
Has not happened. So they got to understand that that's not how it really works.
Well, I think people don't, really realize like what goes into like having a, running a gallery and having a show.
Yeah.
Like, so there's a funny post that just came up this evening, of my buddy Jeffrey Coe, whom I
Flab Slab,
whom I had the conversation with about being a hack and
Right.
yada yada. And basically, like something kind of happened between him and this other artist, and like the artist was basically calling him a hack and all this other stuff,
wow.
like and a pedophile and whatever, and all this other
Wow,
shit. And so
what?
Jeffrey just came out and like went on like a big like bullet pointed, like almost not even bullet point, like full on paragraphs of list of reason why this artist is a fucking piece of shit.
Wow.
And one of the reasons why was because the artist had made had an agreement with a gallery to do a
Right.
show there, and then bailed on the show.
Wow.
Because he found the 50% commission to be completely disagreeable.
What did they want?
50%.
Oh, disagree, but it was disagreeable.
He couldn't imagine forking over 50% of the sales to
Wow.
a gallery.
Wow.
And it's kind of like, like
So what
You
did he
gotta-
wonder what he wanted? Like 100%?
uh,
Like 90? I mean,
probably,
Well,
but,
okay.
but the thing is like they don't realize, like, I think a lot of amateur artists out there don't realize what it takes to keep the lights on and the
yeah.
door open and the fucking air condition and the air, the environment comfortable, and the fucking like and then like like fucking if you're showing with a good gallery, then you've got like the fucking gallery should have like a roster of fucking collectors that they can like
hit people up,
hit people up with.
hit them up, and hopefully make some sales, right?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly,
And further your career with that,
right,
right?
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
You know, I mean, like the guy in question, I don't remember his name, is also kind of like a customizer of stores,
Oh, wow.
sorts, and does like the toy thing.
In Asia, or-
I think he was showing on the East Coast.
oh wow,
You know, and I think he was going to do like it's in Philadelphia, Martian Toys or something like that.
Wow.
They have a gallery, and
wow,
I think that, or it was either them or it was Clutter Gallery. I can't remember which one.
wow.
You know, and so
Who's this guy? Some customizer?
I think he's a sculptor now and stuff like that.
Wow.
But
All
like
right.
you know, and that reminds me of like, you know, like when I remember like, you know, coming out here when I started showing in galleries out here, I got to meet a lot of young artists who had just maybe showed up like, you know, maybe a year after I showed up, and they'll like, you know, do gallery shows because like in 2004, 2005, like LA was fucking on fire, you know, with all that shit. And the you know, and then they'll be like, oh, fucking 50% commission, what a fucking pain in the fucking ass, blah blah blah, and I'm gonna fucking open up my own gallery, you know. And like, I don't know a single art gallery opened up by an artist that didn't last longer than a lease.
Yeah, I don't know too many.
You know,
Or well, that's because the artist is just busy showing their own art, right?
I guess.
Like it's like, oh, what are you showing next? Me. What are you showing after that? I'll be in that one too. You know, it's like if you're an artist, how can you not show your art in almost anything? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know, I mean,
Like you just can't help yourself.
well, even like say the show that like we did together with Sarah Joe
Yeah.
and last August, the Let's Eat show.
Yeah.
Like that show was such a pain in the ass to fucking like, you know, put together, plan, like, cuz like we started talking about that in
Yeah.
like February of 2019.
Oh, but we ate good barbecue when we were talking about it.
Yes. Yes,
So
we
there you
did.
go. Because we had to eat.
I need to talk to I do need to talk to
good.
Sarah Joe because guess what's happening in August of 2020?
Let's eat 2
seconds.
seconds.
You know, so
Sloppy seconds.
sloppy seconds. So if any artists out there who are potentially interested in participating in one of the best end of summer shows in the world,
In the world.
you know,
Absolutely in the world.
absolutely in the motherfucking world, Let's Eat
Let's
seconds. It's coming up. So email me at lukechew@gmail.com with your, you know, submissions.
Uh-oh.
And
I want to be an art show. I want to be in an art show.
you know, and if I
Yeah.
like what you do, you know, make sure you include your Instagram and this
Yeah.
and that, because I kind of want to show like art focused people,
Yeah, art focused.
you know, like
Yeah.
there was a couple submissions out there that kind of
Poo poo.
yeah. It was a mixed bag. I mean, I was expecting it to be a mixed bag because I wanted there to be a variety of different stuff, like really
Sure.
strong stuff and really
Funny
like,
stuff, right?
funny
There was
stuff.
some humor. There was some like well painted. There was some loose painted. There was all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Sculptures, figures.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
show
I love the phony figures thing.
Yeah.
Made me start wanting to do that. So I did.
You did. You did. You
Yeah.
know, Eric, would you be in the Let's Eat show?
Sure, make some phony figures.
Yes.
Bootleg figures, you know, a la
Yeah.
Sucklord or whatnot.
Yeah, like you know, but like you know,
Honored.
a photograph of your, you know, one of your photos on the backing
oh,
card.
Oh,
you
no.
know?
Is that a thing now? Is that a thing? guess
I
so.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I thought that was great because you did that for Decon.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
I
so,
did. Yeah.
You know, did you sell all of them?
I did. I made even more.
Whoa!
Like there's probably a couple of maybe I'm at GR. There's a couple more, and I did a Totoro one. I think I sold 4 out of 5. Like I made the 5, you know, edition of 5 type of thing.
Wow.
So yeah, and I made a Totoro, and I made my cat meeting Totoro kind of a thing, and those are the Ghibli Museum photos in the background that I took that picture. So
Right,
it's in
right.
there, and you know, it's a little bit whatever. And the cat saying "Good luck on getting tickets" type of thing. I don't know. Anyway,
You know, I do know a secret
Yeah.
about the Ghibli Museum.
I do too.
Yep.
Go to Lawson's across street.
Yep.
Buy the ticket for the next day, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you still got to go and do that. But I mean, whatever.
Yep.
Go do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I that's how I got a friend of mine to go, and I ended
Yeah.
up going a second time. Was
Awesome.
when I pulled that move over.
Pull that move.
Pull that move.
Yeah.
Well, any love from the audience?
Yeah. Yeah. Albert says he wants to be in that show, and Sean
Fuck yeah.
Hanaway says he wants to be in that show.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Today's today's podcast is interactive.
Yeah,
You know,
it is a little more interactive, but
You know. How many people are
9.
on? Well, they're the 9 best people in the world.
That's true. I mean, there's a little bit of talent there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. We
you
got
have
artists.
you have Visage, you have Albert Reyes,
Dude, this
you
is
have
like
you have Sean Hanaway, All Secret, and then you have God, I don't know who else is listening though. There's others.
yeah.
Stavi, I don't know who Stavi is. What kind of art?
I know the
What kind of
names.
art is Stavi doing?
I can't think of it. I'm sorry, Stavi.
Stavi says that I actually looked at his art and said that he has to paint prettier girls. I don't remember this at all though. He said it was the most honest review of his work or something like that. He wrote that earlier, and I was like, I don't remember this.
Oh man,
So
Eric,
I hope I didn't say that.
Eric
I
is-
hope I didn't say that, man. I didn't say
Eric,
that.
Eric, you're brutal.
I did not say
I
that.
can appreciate that.
I didn't
Much
say that.
respect to your brutality, man.
I don't think I said that.
You know,
Anyway, I'm more encouraging.
were you okay? Let me ask you something. Like when the magazine was going, and you're like fucking like hanging out at fancy cocktail parties
I
with
didn't do
Murakami
what?
and fucking Yoshitomo Nara. Did you like?
I don't even drink alcohol.
What were you a little bit like? Harsher.
No.
Back then.
No. I mean, I realize, GR2 is the space of what it is. I know it's not like a giant space. It's still small,
Yeah.
It is what it is. I knew that.
Yeah.
So, no. I wasn't like, you're being addictive. No.
Like it's cool, but I don't know.
No.
Maybe make the girls a little bit hotter.
Oh, man.
I always do tell the story. I always found you very intimidating.
I wish I was. I shouldn't be. I'm as boring as can be.
I was because especially like during the magazine days, I was like, oh, I want to be in the magazine.
Oh, and you were.
I did. I killed the magazine.
Yeah.
Me and Joe Han, we killed the magazine. What's funny was that I was digging through my photos, and I found like the rusted Big Boss I did for the Biennale.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Cool.
and at the
Oh, I
photos-
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they had little
So cool.
magazines of
Yeah.
the last issue,
Yeah.
and I wrote on the inside of them like Luke Chu killed giant
yeah.
robot, and then another one that had said, and so did Johan.
So did Johan. Oh man.
That was a great one. That was probably one of my last and favorite customs.
Oh, customs.
Yeah,
Those were the days.
those were the days.
Well, I guess they're kind of back, right?
No,
A little bit?
they're still happening.
Yeah.
I
feel like it died for a second, though, right? But
Oh, it
seems-
definitely died.
It seems like it's kind of back in some ways.
Well, Quix is kind of like the custom
Right.
platform that people love to do things off of.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know. I kind of feel like, it's just a new generation of, people who are really interested in this custom toy art form.
But I guess are people buying it? That's the question. I guess they are.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, I mean, from the impression I got, it had a lot to do with this Funko pop culture thing.
Really? So it's actually rubbing off from the Funko thing?
right.
Awesome.
Well, it's like, like imagine it like, you're a Funko Pop collector and you're following a bunch of people who post photos of Funko Pops and stuff like that. And then suddenly you see a unique, one of a kind, like
Funko Pop.
that
Sure.
you've never seen. You're like, where the fuck did that come
They
from?
did that with sneakers too, right? It's
Right.
like it's a typical sneaker, and someone actually did a painting on it. That's like, oh, that looks really cool.
Yeah. Like,
And some, there'll be a fan base for that.
and they'll be like, oh, that's
Or
like,
a colorway, changing the stripe color and
Yeah.
doing it right, like doing it not just shitty with a acrylic paint, but actually like
Yeah.
with
Like,
people that's sewing shit on there and doing
right.
it. Yeah.
Exactly. Like custom culture.
Customing it like the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always a market for something like that, so it's I think
Yeah.
that like, yeah, what can you do, like, there and once they discover this custom culture, they kind of just it's literally the tear in the fabric that like helps them kind of like peer into a deeper
Right.
world. Like I know, like I used to have a bunch of collectors that like had the Funko prefix, or the word
Yeah.
Funko on their like Instagram handles and stuff like that, and so and they just transition from one collector thing to another one. And I mean, like, I don't understand collecting Funkos. I mean,
I have an Alex Trebek.
oh really?
Yep. The Chase one, he has a mustache.
Oh,
Because I think the other ones he doesn't have a mustache, but the Chase he has a mustache.
that's the only Alex Trebek I would ever
Yeah.
want, is the one with the mustache.
I think that's the only Funko Pop I have.
I have a Xenomorph.
Oh, cool.
The big chap. So this because
I mean, there's some fun ones out there. Like, I still think, like ultimately there's the Mandalorian going to be on that green thing. What's that thing called again? That little dinosaur head.
Oh, really? They're making one of those?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Gotta have that.
And
I don't know if I want it, but I'm saying I'm going to sell that at the store. So, there's some fun stuff. I get,
And then,
I mean,
Baby
they
Yodas.
make all these Bob Rosses that are funny. It's just cool. Oh, they're actually making like I think that Guillermo del Toro actually, of the directors now, they're doing that.
Oh, really?
I think there's a J.J. Abrams one maybe. Like
Okay.
he actually comes to the store, so I think I'm going to sell that.
Yeah.
Just because he'll come in and go, shit, there's me, I just think it's funny that they're trying to do that kind of stuff. So,
Well, I mean, like it, like yeah, I still think that they should do like kind of like a weird limited artist series thing.
I don't know why they haven't. I feel like that's the crossover that they want to make. They should do that. I mean, and I don't know. I feel like they have the power to, and probably the they can make smaller runs if they wanted, but
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why they don't do that.
Well, just create or just do like platforms with like unique paint, like kind of give it a like a unique paint kind of job.
Yeah, but
factory
imagine
paint
if they
job.
made your dude though, like a bear, the bloody bear, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I know they can make that shit, so they should just make that.
I would
shit.
be happy to fucking have
They
one.
should make that shit. I
Yeah.
feel like why not? But I don't know why they haven't. Like maybe they're just focusing one way is just maximum sales. But then I'm like, well, you should hit all levels of it
Yeah.
since you're big enough. You can do it. But oh well,
Oh well.
I just can see it. It's like why not? But
Well, so how you sell pops at the?
we sell them at the store.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, like Star Wars ones, but most of it's a little more odd. I would say like a little pop culture related from like retro pop culture. Yeah, I might be selling more of that stuff. Like Coming to America, Hakeem. Like I think I have that. I think I picked a few odd ones on purpose because I just think they're funny. And like maybe athletes, I think I have a LeBron James one probably.
All right.
Just stuff that I think's funny.
Well,
But the Conor McGregor one was ugly, so I didn't get that one.
Conor
like
McGregor. Oh,
the
yeah.
fighter.
Yeah.
It's like there's things that I like, but I'm just like sometimes the pops don't look right. I'm just like that does not work. Sometimes I want ones where the pops kind of like maybe they work, they look cool too.
Right.
Because some of them don't look good. I'm just like that can be anybody except you're just writing Conor McGregor in the box and therefore it's now him, right?
Right.
Like it doesn't really look like him in any way.
Well, I think a lot of it is sold in through the sculpt of the body. You know what I mean? Like
but sometimes the body's it's like a super deformed. There's a big old head, a little body. You just don't see much.
yeah, but if
like,
they're known for like particular outfits, like I've seen
Yeah.
the wrestler ones and stuff like that, and they'll have like championship belts
Yeah.
and shit like that on
Yeah,
there
yeah.
to kind of like
I could
emphasize
see
like
that,
who
but
they are.
sometimes I just don't know. Like I need the outside of the box to go. Whoa, that like it's not. It doesn't read to me well enough. So,
Right.
but I think the Baby Yoda still hasn't even come out yet.
What?
Yeah, I don't think so because I have that on order.
They have
like,
to make it fucking tiny though, don't they?
I have no idea what they're doing.
Because like if
man.
they're going to do a Mandalorian one, it's like the size of my hand, then the fucking Baby Yoda has to be the size of my fucking thumb.
I don't think it's to scale. I don't think so.
Needs to be to scale, guys.
I don't think so. It's also interesting how Star Wars ones are different because those, they're not a typical Funko Pop. I think that has a little base to it. There's some licensing issue where it needs to have a base or something
Really?
under it. Yeah, it's not a typical Funko Pop. It's a little bit different.
Oh.
All the Star Wars ones, anyway, they're a little bit weirder. Yeah, I think they've done some weird shit where they circumvent their own licenses. I think, but I don't know.
All right.
You know,
You know, I was talking to my friend Jay from who works as Super Emo Friends, and like his thing is kind of like a clever take on popular or whatever, and like it has this kind of Funko-y kind of feel. And
Sure.
I was saying to him like, oh, you should really like talk to Funko and try and see if they'll be down with a collaboration of
Right.
sorts. But
are they doing it? Oh,
no, I don't know.
Yeah,
But like
I'm just think one of those things that there's an opportunity that maybe they're going to pursue it one day.
Yeah.
Like it'll start with the biggest artists probably.
Well, they did one with Futura, and they did.
That's right.
Yeah,
Futura one. Yeah, there you go.
And they did one with Ron English, I think,
Yeah.
too. Cause would be easy.
It's just like they could re-release their entire line, just put X's on their eyes,
Exactly.
and it's like all of it's Cause.
All of it says
Yeah,
Cause.
yeah. Every version there's a Cause version.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, how
Fucking-
fast that is. Yeah. Then they just make you. They should just sell you a kit that you can put on top of your own. Just like a sticker. Just
Yeah. Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
the sticker would have to be the color of the skin of.
It'd be
the-
tough. Yeah, yeah.
So it'd be a little bit harder than that.
yeah.
But they just scratch off the eyes off the mold and then fucking like, engrave the
X.
the
Yeah.
X.
Yeah.
Which are a little bit. I think are they wider at the top or wider at the bottom? They're wider at the top because they go wide and they like taper.
Yeah.
So
Ugh. He still owes me money.
Oh, that guy, that guy.
It's funny. I said that one episode of the podcast, and now I hear like some people go, "Yeah, he still owes you money, man." I've been hearing people say that. I'm like, "Oh, whatever." It's like, wow, yeah, it's
Wow.
true, but it's like, there's a more. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, and
Whatever.
and they and everyone. I'm sure someone whispers into his ear, "Hey, Luke Chu hates you."
I know.
And I'm like, I don't hate him. I don't even
No.
know
Oh,
him.
Luke Chu hates him. Oh, that's a fact. Yeah, people love that. Luke doesn't miss you, but he might hate you. So there's a question right here. As an artist, is there pressure to create something new to step out and beyond yourself in year 2020 to make that future art?
There used to be for me. I used to, like, the one thing I kind of like never, the one thing I always try to run from in my own work was being the quote unquote bear guy,
Right.
and I tried and I tried and I tried. And like, if you ever looked at like any of my solo shows from the past, like, I don't know, 8 years, maybe 6 years or 7 years, the show can easily be broken up into different kinds of sections. Like here's
The non-bear art.
yeah, and then
Then you're like, here's the fucking bear.
and then here's the bear because I
Yeah.
need to make sure I sell something, and then here is like me trying to do anything but the bear, and
But that gives you an opportunity to expand. If you're kind of purposely doing that, that's fine.
yeah. Well, I mean, like
That's great.
it's I'm basically
'Cause-
fishing. I'm
But
trying to.
you're also like showing people other stuff while they're looking at. They came here to see the bear. Okay, here's your fucking bear, and then but then you're showing them all the rest of the stuff you can do and the rest of your ideas and stuff.
right. Well,
Right?
Yeah.
The moon landing one, right? For
Yeah.
example, and
Yeah.
tons of. I mean, shoot, I saw a fucking variety of shit in that show. It was huge.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, I went to see the bear too. And,
And well, here's
I
the
got
thing.
some bear. So
Like
there.
after that last show in 2018, I kind of like came to a a realization, I guess, that like I shouldn't embrace this I shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
I should embrace it.
Fuck yeah.
I shouldn't like fight it or resist it. I mean,
the bear's you. Why fight yourself? I mean, you should paint other stuff if you want to.
right.
But
exactly.
but to run from your character, no way, man.
Right,
That's
yeah.
sad, kind of.
Yeah, it is sad.
Yeah.
And like and so and so now I'm
Shit, you could be so lucky that you have a bear character.
right or a
That's
rabbit
that's
character
amazing.
or
Yeah.
like all these
Yeah.
different like like characters that I've done
Sure.
over time. So yeah, and
Some
so-
people chase a character, try to figure a good one out for their entire lifetime, and don't figure one out.
right.
You've got a whole bunch, but the bear's the bear.
The bear's the headliner.
The bear's the the bear's Metallica in this situation.
So yeah,
You got some warm up bands, but you got Metallica, so it's all
yeah,
good.
Got Metallica.
Yeah.
I've got like so that's yeah. And so like, am I trying anything new? Like I think I'm always
Yeah.
trying new stuff. Like whether it's narratively new, conceptually new, technically new, or like but like I'm going. It all is going to revolve around the worlds that I have kind of created for myself. So
Damn, that's
know.
deep.
I don't.
It's all going around the world.
Around that
The
little,
world you
that
created,
little,
yeah.
that little world I created of
Yeah.
sadness and not missing people.
Oh,
Oh, I you know what? I don't know whether or not I can really honestly say that. There's people out there that I think I'd miss.
oh no, you're full of shit. Oh,
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It hasn't yeah. I mean, like, what can you do? We're all just fucking human beings.
yeah.
When you realize that we're all just fucking human beings, then like, you got to give yourself a break, man. Like, you can't fucking stop carrying the world on your shoulders. You just carry your little piece. Like fucking don't fucking break your back over fucking other people.
So that's an excuse. Don't miss anyone. Who cares?
I mean,
Don't worry about that.
just don't worry about. Like,
Yeah.
just don't worry.
Yeah.
So, like, fucking like just open up your tablet, open up your laptop, open up your desktop, like open up, your social media apps, your YouTube apps, and this and that, and just dive.
Whoa.
Just take a dive.
Whoa.
It's a good time.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff to watch.
There's so much to watch.
Yeah, don't miss anybody. Don't waste your time missing anybody. Just watch shit.
Yeah, just watch it.
Watch that Aaron Hernandez documentary.
What?
No,
Have you seen that?
It's not that good.
Is it?
Well, in my opinion, I mean, no. It should have been one episode. It didn't need to be 3. And he's the football player who
Had like concussions and stuff.
yeah, and then there was like possibly like abuse, like sexual abuse from when he was a kid, and then he was maybe doing gay stuff too. So like he had all this repressed shit. I don't know. He was on the down low. I don't know. He had a lot of things going on, but I feel like it didn't need 3 episodes. And some of the people they interviewed, I'm like, did you even know the guy? Like, it was just like an example. It's like a football player who talks about being gay, right? And it's like, but that you're not even related. You don't even know this guy. Like,
Right.
there's just like a little bit. I don't know. I thought it was a little bit sloppy of a documentary, but I don't know. It's not even that. I didn't think it was that great.
Yeah,
I wish that wasn't 3 episodes. It should have just been 1. And
that thing constantly fucking like is on the top when I open up
and
my
it's not all
Netflix.
that, man. I think they're just trying to get you to watch it because they made that shit.
It's no fucking don't mess with cats or don't fuck with cats.
Oh,
or,
that one's a little more interesting. That's a weirder keeper, man. And also the title's awesome on that one.
Yeah,
Right? The title's like, whoa, what a weird title.
I love that one. I honestly I kind of want to rewatch it again just because
Yeah.
but
Where did that guy's name come up again? Like recently I was looking at something and his name popped up again.
Luca.
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 It popped up again somewhere. I forgot where. Like maybe it was a joke or a meme or something like that. It kind of popped up somewhere, and I was like, "Oh, there's that guy. It's freaky looking too."
That guy. Man, I can't even imagine having such weird expectations of yourself. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like, you know, you're just kind of like, you know, he has like these lofty expectations of his life, you know, like he's going to be like a star.
Right.
And it's just kind of like, you know, just take what you can get, man.
I'm just, and he was just going by like being a model.
Right.
Right. Oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck models. But how are we doing on time?
Oh, we're good.
Good?
So I guess Albert asks, did you see The Lighthouse? Did you watch that one? I didn't.
I haven't watched
So I want to
that.
watch that one, but that one's shot in 4:3. You know, so it's a really boxy looking shot. You know, like movies are like narrow, they're like 16:9 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's 4:3, so it's almost a square, but not quite a square.
Right.
It's old style. It's like 16 millimeter film. It's like, you know, 4 inch by 3 inch is the proportion.
It looks too artsy, man. I just don't have the time for the
Well, that's how
artsy
movies
anymore.
used to be, right? It's 4:3, but then I just think it's interesting that it was shot that way.
You know, like
It's odd, right?
it's black and white too,
Yeah.
and like it's got 2 actors in it.
That the whole way?
I think
I don't know
so.
much about it. I just know that it's black and white and it's 4:3.
I think it's like a lighthouse keeper, a younger guy, you know, and like the tensions between them.
Oh,
You know. I don't know. I should watch it because I know like it did pretty good, you
Right.
know. But like, you know, actually, but like, you know, it was funny because earlier we were
Oh, yeah.
talking about the Academy.
Parasite. Well, we were
Yeah.
talking about Parasite a little bit,
Yeah,
which I liked. I just saw it.
it's good.
I liked it.
It's good. You know, the one thing I always think of when I think of that movie is like, I remember the first time like I saw the promotional materials for that movie, and I was just kind of like, this just looks fucking serious and artsy, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be a big fucking
Yeah, I thought
pain
so.
in the
I thought it
ass.
was a horror movie. I didn't
Right.
know what it was at all.
Right.
Like, and I still didn't know until I saw it. Literally, I saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was about.
yeah.
Like Parasite, I thought there was gonna be like weird bugs coming out of bodies and shit. I thought it was a horror movie.
Right.
That's what I was led to believe, that it was like horror related, and it's not really that.
No, it's actually fun.
Yeah, it's totally unlike what I thought. But yeah, I thought Parasite was going to be about parasites. Like, and it's true, it is. But I mean, I thought it was going to be about like not human parasites, like bugs or something, or you know.
Right.
I thought it was going to be like something weird, like monsters coming out of bodies and shit. I had no idea what it was about, and it was pleasantly surprised.
Did you see the list of movies that made it to Best Picture?
Oh, is it like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You know, Parasite. The Irishman.
The Irishman, which I saw that finally.
Yeah, you saw 1917.
I did.
Yeah, you didn't like it.
I didn't think that should win.
You know,
I didn't. Think
I don't think Parasite should win either.
I don't know. Yeah, but I liked it.
I mean,
At least I like that. I was really entertained.
I liked it. I liked Joker a lot too.
Oh, I didn't see that one. I want to see Joker. I haven't seen it. I missed it. Yeah.
I'm giving you the wide-eyed look of
I know.
disbelief right now.
Well, 'cause
you
I-
can't
you-
really see it in my eyes, but
But
that's happening.
I can't see. Where do you see that? I guess I can watch a bootleg version because it's not streamable. I don't think. Right.
Yeah, I'll send. There's links.
I know there's links. Okay. So I haven't seen that. I kind of forgot about it. So I missed that.
Like,
I
they're
saw,
already-
but I saw The Irishman. What else is there?
Dude, you gotta see Joker.
Yeah, I know. It's supposed to be a great one, and I haven't watched anything to like spoil it or anything. I don't, except I know that he's not going to be Batman. So he is the Joker. So I get that.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is the Joker.
Yeah, he's not going to turn into Robin or anything.
No.
So there's no weird twist like he's the Robin or he's the Green Lantern. No. I know he's the Joker. So.
He's the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about all you need to know.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, like the that movie's pretty fucking great. You know, you know what
What else is on there?
Once
Like,
Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. Okay.
I am not a fan of these alternate history fucking things.
Oh, Quentin Tarantino alternate history.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it a little. I don't dislike it. I don't quite love it either.
Yeah, it's because like it's like okay, fucking Inglourious Bastards. Like, I'm a fan of that movie. I am, but like he didn't have to kill Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let him die the way he's supposed to die.
Shit, Hitler died. They killed Hitler.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
I never watched that one. So
Oh, I just spoiled it for you.
is that one good?
It's good.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you can watch it on Netflix, man.
I kind of missed out on that one. I didn't really watch it.
It's on the flicks, man.
Okay.
You know.
I just seen the highlights. The 9999999. I don't know. Just like whatever, man.
No,
I never really watched it.
Oh, dude, fucking
Yeah.
watch it,
Okay.
man. It's really good. But
Mhm.
like, the entire like, like I don't know, once upon like the alternate history thing, there I was just kind of like,
Yeah.
like why?
Why? I know, right? There is that why thing. Like, why
Yeah.
go through all of that and take a viewer through all of that, and it's just your own made up version of history.
Right.
It's like your version, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like your entertaining, version.
Yeah.
And like, it could have been an opportunity to teach people about actual history,
Yeah.
but
It's that close. Could have. I mean, it could have been like a funnier version of the history, but
Yeah.
it wasn't even that.
no.
It's just made up shit. It's pure fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just like those two movies, and I think it's funny because like those whatchamacallit trailer like what's that channel called, something where they
Honest Trailers.
Honest Trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Honest Trailers like did a thing on Quentin Tarantino,
Oh.
and I didn't realize that like all of the movie like he does these weird like things in threes, like he did, and apparently the next movie he does is his last movie.
Yeah. Supposedly. Yeah.
But like he did, but actually, I mean, like who was the other? There's another director who did something like that. The guy who did Godfather.
Mm.
What's his name? His daughter's doing movies now.
Coppola. Yeah.
Like he like only did like he hasn't done a movie in fucking decades.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's got his fucking winery. He's getting fat.
Oh, there's that. You're right. Yeah, there's a winery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I think the last movie Coppola did was like Dracula.
He did the Black Stallion, right?
Did he?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Right? I think he did the Black Stallion. Did he do Chariots of Fire?
That sounds like.
I think that's him too. Yeah, I don't know. But either way.
Yeah.
So what's going to win this Best Picture? What's your opinion?
I would want Joker to win.
Oh, okay. What about Little Women?
Never saw it.
Okay. I've seen the other version of it, but yeah, I haven't seen this version of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I got up there. Female director. Good job.
Yeah.
So, but like because like diversity is like another issue in this deal.
Yeah.
I don't even know why the Oscars have to have like such a be such a big deal.
Oh, because it's Hollywood, man.
Yeah, it's just Hollywood just jerking itself off.
Yeah, it is.
Like
Yeah. Oh, what about Awkwafina getting snubbed? I don't know if that's really true.
well, she did win a Golden Globe.
Yeah.
And,
But I mean, De Niro didn't get a nomination either of any sort. So
oh, did he?
I don't think so. Well, whatever. But yeah, some Asian Americans like us,
Mm-hmm.
but not us, are mad that Awkwafina didn't get recommended or recognized, I guess, didn't get an Oscar nomination.
For what movie?
The one where they go back to Asia. What is it called? The Farewell or the something or the yeah.
Didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. She's supposed to be good in it though, so whatever. It's all good.
Okay.
And her new show called Nora
Nora
started
something.
yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. I heard it's okay. Didn't hear it was great, but she's like it's awesome because she kind of came out of nowhere. She's a rapper.
Yeah,
right?
she's an all-American girl.
She's an Asian American rapper, which is bad. That means bad, right? You're no good at it.
Is she? I don't know.
Well, I don't know if she's good at it, but she's been doing it for a while. Now, you don't know her as a rapper, right? Do you know Awkwafina as a rapper?
I knew Awkwafina.
Okay.
I knew Awkwafina was a rapper.
Okay, what songs did she do? You
My Vag.
You don't know one fucking song by Awkwafina.
She did a song called My Vag.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I'm surprised you even know one.
Well, it's because I was like,
I never heard one song by Awkwafina.
I went by when I was like, I went to the gym and I was staring at the TVs.
Dude, you go to the gym?
Yeah, I go to the gym.
Holy shit!
Yeah. I took about a 2-month break because shows, traveling, and this and that.
Right. Awesome.
But like I'm trying to get back into it again, and there was a talk show, and like Awkwafina was on it, and like they showed a clip of a music video she did for a song called
Awesome.
like My Vag.
Yeah, she's like doing really well. From like that, and she was doing that for years. And,
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden it's like she's getting Hollywood roles and shit like that.
Well,
So,
that's kind of where rappers go to
crazy.
die, to kill their rap career.
acting.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe there was. Did she have a rap career though?
Maybe
That was good. You know.
Maybe. I
Like,
don't know.
Like maybe it wasn't good enough anyway.
You
So
know,
this is
like-
this is a bailout.
In about like 5 years, Rich Brian's gonna fucking be on the acting fucking circuit as well. AKA Rich Chiga.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Oh, you don't? He's
No.
probably like the.
What about Takeshi 6ix9ine or whatever his name is, with the
don't know.
tattoos on his face? That guy should be an actor. I don't know.
Why is his name Takeshi? Like when I think of like him,
know.
does he even have a drop of Asian blood
I
in
don't.
him?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, his Takeshi, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's like, why doesn't he be an actor?
Rich Chiga, or I mean,
Who the fuck's
Rich
that?
Brian is the name. He changed his name to Rich Brian.
Oh, okay.
He's actually kind of.
Does he have tattoos on his face?
No.
Oh.
No, he literally looks like a fobby, like in the classical
Oh, he's
sense.
Asian?
Yeah, Asian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You know, he's like from Malaysia or
Oh,
from Singapore or
awesome.
somewhere like that. you
So he
know?
raps with an accent.
No, he's lived in America for a long time,
Okay.
but he was born somewhere else, and
Right on.
you know, and like his flow, he's good. He's
Right
probably
on.
one of the most popular like Asian American rappers in
Really?
the world. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Awesome.
You know, he he does a lot of like the First We Feast kind of complex stuff too.
I have no idea what that means.
You know.
First we feast.
The First We Feast channel does the
Oh.
Hot Ones
Oh,
show.
I got you.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. He's ridiculously popular.
Right on.
He, like,
I've never
if
heard of him.
if you like own a Supreme shirt and
Yeah, I don't.
own a pair of fucking like overpriced kicks, then you know who Rich Brian
Oh,
is.
wow. Rich
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah.
The word Brian.
Brian. Brian.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he has like a white man's name.
Yeah. I think his name's probably Brian.
Okay. Oh, so it's not Richard Brian.
Because
Okay.
like I said, his old
Right.
name was,
Rich
like
Chiga.
Chiga.
Wow. Awesome.
So
What will
yeah.
these Asians think of next?
I have no idea. But
Go
like-
Asians.
Go, yep.
Oh my God.
But like, yeah,
Horrible.
I was impressed when I first heard him. He's on like the 88 Rising,
Uh-huh.
label.
Oh, they have a label?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know much about it, but yeah.
Yeah. It's like a rap label or it's a brand that's
Yeah.
trying to bring like, like kind of street culture from Asia all over across Asia, and like kind of insert it into the West or something like that.
Insert it.
Insert it. Just
Yes.
Spread it open, stick it in.
Yep. And just let it out. Yeah. Yeah. Don't hold it in.
yeah.
Just share it.
Yeah, they had like a couple Chinese like hip hop groups there on there that like I thought were pretty.
What about MC Jin? Is
No.
that guy part of it?
Never heard of that.
Oh, he was like a rapper,
Why?
champion rapper guy. I don't know.
Wait, was he from like the 90s?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. I remember that guy.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if he was part of that 88 Rising thing.
Probably not.
Okay.
Like this is like kind of more the like latter 20 like 21st
recent.
century kind of
Right on.
like thing.
Okay, I'm stuck in the 90s.
Yeah, it's okay. I throw myself into like weird fucking like do you ever look when you're on YouTube? Do you ever look up what's trending?
I do.
Yeah.
And most of it, I don't look at that. I'm like, oh, well, I don't really look. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I look once in a while, just because like I'm like, oh, okay, I'm kind of curious. I still think we should do reaction videos.
okay, we'll do that one day. Cool. Anyways, shoot, man. I think we're good.
All right,
Yeah.
2 hours.
Just
That's
about.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Any last thoughts?
Any last questions?
All the last questions are like, do you know about the Instagram page called Foos Gone Wild?
Foos Gone Wild.
Did you see Pen 15? It's a TV show. I like that.
I've been
actually.
meeting. That's on my to watch list.
I like that a lot. Stavi asks any comments on Dave Cho's Instagram situation, which I don't know what that is. Are we gonna go to the Funko Pop store in Hollywood anytime soon?
No.
Yeah, I don't think I am either.
Wait. Foos Worldwide.
Foos Gone Wild.
No. Foos Gone Wild.
Yeah, have you seen the documentary called Catfish? I saw that shit a long time ago.
OG skits and sick ass foos.
I'm not looking at
The
that.
views, opinions expressed in comments section. Blah blah blah.
Sounds dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't find any of these images very interesting or compelling.
Yeah, food's gone wild. Nah,
Sorry.
nah.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, the only things I follow are like, you know, friends and or artists.
Funkotron just
Whoa.
commented, any ideas for a late night snack? Damn, that's a good question.
That is good. So I discovered the best fucking taco place in
Uh-oh.
my fucking neck of the woods. It's located on the corner of, I think. Well, I don't know what the cross street is, but it's off of Atlantic. So if you take the 60 and get off from here, the west side, or downtown Los Angeles, and you get off on Atlantic and you go right, get into the far left lane, and once you see the Pep Boys building, you go left and you'll see a big old tent there, and like they fucking like use wood to grill their fucking like carne asada, and it's just like you take a bite and it's like, holy shit, that is like legit grilled fucking carne asada,
and it's made by an Asian.
No.
Damn it. Okay.
No.
I was kind of kidding about that.
We're talking East LA, Holmes.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Okay, Holmes. Okay, Holmes. There you go. A late night snack, tacos.
You know, but
That's pretty good late night snack
that's
in
a
general.
great late night
It doesn't
snack.
have to be the greatest taco, and it's still a pretty good late night snack.
Yeah, but these tacos, man,
That
this is the first time I took a fucking like a tent / food truck, carne asada, and I was like,
Enjoyed it.
I took a bite and I was just like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? It's like, you go to any fucking, like, you go to Sonora Town, you go to Tacos 1986, you go to fucking, like, any of these, like, fucking great taco places.
King Taco. What about King Taco?
King Taco. Or you go to fucking, like, any of, like, these, like, none of their carne asada has that wood-fired kind of flavor.
Wow.
But this place does.
I like Visage in Mexico. Who's from Mexico.
Yeah.
He just wrote Mexican food.
Dude, I grew up in California, man.
Shit.
I
I do wonder though, like, what are the tacos like in Mexico?
Dude.
Are they amazing, or are they just gonna be like, oh, dude, our tacos are better here?
No, I don't. I don't.
I have a hard
know.
time believing that, but you never like how much better can it get from what you're eating?
Well, it could get better in terms of like the masa that they have, so they like make their own tortillas, and like.
There's a place you go to make their own tortillas.
No, they just.
Okay, because like if you watch like those videos, like what is it? Is it one of those Jonathan Gold eats tacos with David Chang and all those guys?
Right.
They're going to trucks where they make their own tortillas.
Yeah.
They said that all the ones they go to, they're making them. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's like this one, I can't remember. I think it's kind of close to me. It's like the Marisco something or another.
Mariscos.
Mariscos,
Seafood. I love that.
And like they do like I think they probably press their own tortillas too. But like I remember like Dove, like whenever I would go out to, like back when he still had DKE up in the valley.
Yeah.
Like, we would always get tacos afterwards after a late night of working, and he would always hit two of them. The first one had the better meat, and the second one you could see them pressing the fucking tortillas, fresh for every taco.
Love that.
But like, I don't know. There was a great video I saw on another guy named Luke, who writes for the LA Times. He's a food writer. And he did this one where he met up with like the guys from Tacos 1986, and like they went to Tijuana, and like they showed him around like to all these different taco joints, and I was just like, oh man, I want to fucking like see what's like out there. But here's the one thing that I could say about my taco place by the Pep Boys, like. Not only does it have the gigantic wheel of Al Pastor, it's got like the grill where it's grilling carne asada, wood fire grill for carne asada, but it's also got the big copper pot for the buche and the other like pig parts that like if you're into that. I'm not really I'm not really into like intestines.
I'll eat all
man.
that shit.
I mean, I'll eat it.
But I don't think that's my first choice to eat intestines for like a late night snack.
No.
No,
But wait, what? Now, so that's my late night. Say, what about yours?
that's a great one, man. I don't have that around here, so
You know, you have that one place over there.
oh come on, that's not going to be that good for a little.
It's just pretty popular, man. Like,
Dude, late night snack, just eat ramen. Tsujita.
oh yeah, you got
Tsujita. It's open till 2 a.m. Tsujita.
Yeah,
There you go.
true. Dude, fucking that bowl. Like, I keep thinking about that one ramen with the shit ton of green onions in
Oh,
it.
that one's good too.
Oh,
That's
so
good. So basically, got to get a ramen, got to get a tsukemen.
Oh,
Got to have a little both. That one time we did that. We shared and had a hot ramen and then went to the tsukemen.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
That is awesome.
That is awesome. Yeah. So on that note, man, late night snacks. That was the best question of all, actually.
Yeah, I'm not going to eat anything.
That made me
after
happy. Funkotron, whoever you are, thanks for that question. Any ideas for late night snack? Man, we could have talked about this forever. Because we didn't even get into like In-N-Out Burger or something. I mean, that's still a good late night snack
Dude,
too.
In-N-Out Burger is a great late night snack.
Yeah, it's
man.
really good, right? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It just tastes. Man, you eat that salty patty. Oh, it's so
God,
good.
You know,
Oh, it's so good.
I always get the protein style double.
I get that too.
Fucking,
I get
yeah.
that too sometimes, but it's just good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Because you feel good because you're like, not like,
Eating the bread.
Eating the bread.
But still, the bread's good though.
The bread
Oh,
is
it's
good. This actually brings up an important question here, and we'll end it with this. In-N-Out or Shake Shack.
Well, that's two different things, man. Shake Shack is like another level higher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
I remember in
Shake
Hawaii.
Shack, Shake Shack costs like double or triple the price, right?
It does,
Yeah.
but you get I kind of think you just get a better quality burger.
It's just better.
But if you don't want to leave your car, In-N-Out all the way.
In-N-Out makes me happy too, so it's all good.
Also, they got the crisp cut fry, the crinkle cut fries at
Oh, that's better too.
Oh my god, it's so much better.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks everybody for listening.
All right, thanks guys. Have a good night.
Awesome.